Welcome to video one of the organisation series where I'm sharing you little behind the scenes videos in my kids yoga business. I'm Julia Hankins from Wellbeing Adventurers, and today I'm talking about my cards. So of course the cards that I use, they're my number one tool. If I know I've got my cards, then I know that I can teach an excellent lesson and I don't need anything else. I don't even need mats, I don't even need props, I just need my cards and I'm a happy girl. And so obviously the cards that I use are my Wellbeing Adventurers ones, and so I completely get that people watching this, you won't all have these, but I do feel like some of the things that I'm talking about are you could use them with other cards, so it doesn't necessarily have to be my ones. And I feel like it's really important to organise my cards because it helps me to be able to find them when I'm planning. It helps me be able to quickly grab them when I'm teaching. And it's just something that makes my life a lot easier. And so my top tips for organising cards, whether they're my gorgeously beautiful ones illustrated by Sophie Ray, or whether they are some other lovely yoga card. I'm sure you've got you've got lots of yoga cards, because who hasn't really? So my first top tip is zippy wallets. I have so many of these. In fact, my Wellbeing Adventurers toolkit is made up of loads of them, loads and loads of them. But the colours and the zippy wallets help me to keep them organised. And so my cards are A4, but actually the vast majority of other yoga cards, mindfulness cards, tend to be smaller than that. But I still think that having a zippy wallet that is for a specific purpose is really, really useful. So this one I grabbed here, this is my zippy wallet that contains my pose banks from set 1 and set 2. And I know that that's what it contains because of two things. Firstly, it's coloured, and the colour helps me to understand that's what it is. I have a little colour system in my mind that's just helps me remember things. I colour code lots of things all the time. And another thing is that I can see through the mesh. That's why these zippy wallets are so good, because you can see at a glance through the wallet and see what it is. And so I've got other ones I have. Here is, I know for straight away from seeing it that this is my set 1. I know it's set 1 because set 1 in my mind is blue. And I also know that it's my set 1 named cards because I can see the name through the thing. I also have a set 1 of unnamed ones, and it's blue, so I know it's set 1, and I can see through the mesh that it doesn't have a name on it. There you go. So that is my set 1 unnamed. So when I'm just about to go out and teach a lesson, I know, oh, okay, I'm using my set 1 cards today, and so I can grab either my named ones if I'm teaching a class that uses named ones, or unnamed ones if I'm teaching like a themed class and I'm wanting the children to come up with their own names, or if I am renaming the poses for a particular theme or a particular reason. And so zippy wallets, I just love them. I mean, who wouldn't? And what's great about them as well is you can store them in magazine racks, and so you can have them on a desk, or you can have them underneath your desk, or somewhere like that. And yeah, zippy wallets, they're the way forward. They rock, they rule. I love them. And also it means that you can organize them. So say, for example, if you did have the types of cards that were in boxes, you could take them out of the boxes and organise them how you want to organise them in zippy wallets if you have a set way of teaching them. So number 1, zippy wallets. Number 2, colours. So you've already guessed, because I've already told you, that the colours are a big thing in my world, and I have colours that represent in my mind the zippy wallets, but I also have colour bands on my cards. And so for me, each colour represents a different thing, and I can see just from looking at this card that this is a relaxation card, and I know it because it's blue. And I have so I'll just grab Just grab this folder. So as you can see, inside this folder, I have got cards that are yellow. So these are my flexibility cards. Red, so they represent strength cards. Blue, these are my relaxation cards. And green, behind the red, these are my balance cards. So I know from the colours, and that can help me to sort and help me to organise in another way. And you might be thinking, well, I don't want to use benefits in that way. That's totally fine. But or you might be thinking, well, my cards are different. I don't have colours. But what can work really, really effectively is having like a little sticker, a little coloured label in the corner of your card. If it doesn't have that thing on it, just a little coloured circle or coloured square sticker, and that could be a way that helps you to organise your cards in a way. I also have some orange cards. These are for techniques that help people be confident. I also have purple, which helps people be mentally calm. And I also have turquoise that helps people be focused. And so that's how my colours work. Oh, I also have a dark blue, which is for regulation techniques, regulation movements. So colours are a big deal in the wellbeing adventurers world. I like to have colours that represent the benefits so that I can just quickly use them and grab them and use them as a teaching tool. And then also that way the children associate that colour with a particular benefit, and it helps them too. So colours are really useful for me to organise my cards, but you could organise your cards with the colour stickers if you wanted to. Another thing that I find really useful to organise my cards is symbols. So I, on the back of my cards, have, I don't know if you can see that. You see these little symbols here? I've got four little feet. So that, to me, I look on the back of it and I can see, oh, that's set 4. And it helps me. So when I've taken out a massive pile of cards that I've used from different sets, then I can quickly sort them, set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. And so that little symbol on the back means, yes, that's going to go with that pile, and it helps me to put things away quicker and easier, and it saves so much time. And you may be thinking, it doesn't take that much time to organise your cards, but for me, anything that will save me just, a couple of seconds is totally worth it, because it can take a long time organising things. Just a few minutes here, a few minutes there, it impacts on your actual time quite a bit if you add it up. And so here we've got my pose bank from set 1, and I know it's set 1 because it's got a little image there that says set 1. And so these symbols are really, really useful for me to know which set it's in. And I can see at a glance, also when I'm teaching, I can see at a glance, oh, that person's got the wrong card. Or, yes, actually, and it's a way of communicating with the children and saying, everybody look at this one, it's from set 3, that kind of thing. So having symbols are really useful, and I use them to organise my cards from set 1 to set 4. If you don't have the cards that I have, then you can create your own little symbols, or you could make your own little stickers and stick them on your cards if they were to symbolize something for you. And you can use these techniques not just with these cards, but also if you have any images that you use or any sort of documents, you can color code. You can use symbols to represent things, and you can use wallets. So although I'm talking about my cards here, and you may be thinking that's quite specific, this is something that you can transfer and use with any kind of documentation or any kind of resource that's like a sheet or something like that. You can organize it with zippy wallets, with colors, and with symbols. And if you found this interesting, you like the look of my gorgeous cards, and you'd love to know how to use them, then check out my training, The Wellbeing Journey. By now, I should have launched it. It should be available for booking. So if you would really love to come along to an in-person training and get my Wellbeing Adventurers Toolkit and learn how to use all these lovely tools, then make sure that you find out how to book on to the Wellbeing Journey. Thanks very much.